Can we talk about something we don't always admit out loud? The fact that sometimes the motivation is just not there? You know, being overwhelmed by all the things? It's like the never-ending to-do lists and the decisions and so I thought we could do a related video, which is talking about when the motivation isn't there. Because some days you just don't feel motivated. Not inspired, not fired up, not chasing big goals, just there. And the pressure doesn't stop. You scroll past people crushing it, glowing, achieving. Meanwhile, you're just trying to respond to an email, or fold the laundry, or not feel guilty for needing rest. And let me tell you something important. You don't have to be overflowing with motivation to be valuable. You don't have to feel inspired to matter. You don't have to be on fire to still be moving forward. I think we've been sold this idea that success only comes from hustle and high energy, and that quiet, consistent effort is somehow lesser. When the truth is, some days getting out of bed is the win. Some days breathing through the fog is the real work. We're all feeling a little foggy some days, right? The to-do list can wait. Some days our biggest goal is just getting dressed. Some days the most productive thing we could do is rest. Some days showing up for ourselves is getting out of bed, even if there are tears instead of sunshine. When the motivation isn't there, it's easy to feel like we're not doing enough, like we're falling behind, we're letting people down, we're letting ourselves down. That voice can be really loud, and it can make us feel terrible, when the truth is, we're still doing our best. Our best is a fluid thing. Sometimes our best is messy and imperfect and quiet. Sometimes our best looks like stillness and recovery. Sometimes our best is sitting with the discomfort of how we feel and acknowledging that what we need is rest. So if today doesn't look impressive on the outside, it's okay. If the only thing you accomplish today is getting out of bed, that's a win. If all you do is sit with a loved one or pet, that's a win. If you take the day to process and to heal, to tend to your own wounds, that's a win too. A wise person once told me, never say you're lazy. You're just resting in the wrong places. Well, when we don't feel like doing the thing, when we don't feel inspired, motivated, or excited, it can be easy to get sucked into a comparison game where we start scrolling, looking at everyone else's highlight reels and beating ourselves up because we aren't doing as much, because we aren't hustling. But here's the thing. We don't have to prove anything to anyone. We're allowed to be in a slower season. We're allowed to be moving at a different pace. We're allowed to find beauty in the small things. A walk, a breath, a moment of joy. A true moment of joy. These are not lazy things. They're necessary things. Joy is necessary. I was reading something the other day that talked about the danger of romanticizing hard work. And I sat with that for a minute. I've spent a lot of my life equating worth with productivity, thinking that the more I do, the more I accomplish, the more I prove myself. And that's a dangerous road to travel down because eventually you burn out. Eventually the work becomes the only thing. Eventually you're sacrificing your health, your relationships, your peace for the sake of busy work. This year I'm choosing to unlearn that. This year I'm choosing to find value in stillness, in solitude, in rest. Because here's the thing. We don't have to be constantly working to be worthy. Here's another thing. Being quiet doesn't mean you're giving up. Being still doesn't mean you're falling behind. So when the motivation isn't there, when the inspiration isn't there, when the fire isn't there, it's okay. You don't need to prove anything. You're allowed to be in a slower season. You're allowed to move at a different pace. You're allowed to find beauty in the small things. A walk, a breath, a moment of joy. True joy. When the motivation isn't there, it's okay to listen to that inner voice that wants to slow down, to rest, to be still. When the motivation isn't there, it's okay to say no to that extra project, to that social event, to the thing that doesn't feel right. When the motivation isn't there, it's okay to lean into the support of those around you, to ask for help, to be vulnerable about how you're feeling. When the motivation isn't there, it's okay to focus on what you can control. Your attitude, your effort, your presence, the love you share, the kindness you extend, the compassion you offer yourself. You don't have to be constantly working to be worthy. Some days are messy and hard and lonely. Some days you just want to hide under the covers. Some days it's hard to get out of bed. And that's okay. On the hard days, the lonely days, the days when it feels like you're not enough, you are enough. And when you're ready, when you're able to, show up for yourself with radical self-love, with patience, with understanding, with tenderness, then the motivation will come. I heard somewhere recently, stop forcing yourself to do things you don't want to do. Things will get done when the time is right. Stop stressing over the timing. Stop trying to force it. Relax, breathe, let it happen naturally. I think that's such a beautiful way to approach life, to approach creativity, to approach your goals, to approach yourself. So when the motivation isn't there, when the inspiration isn't there, when the fire isn't there, when the to-do list is overwhelming, when the voices in your head are telling you you're not enough, then it's okay to stop. It's okay to rest. It's okay to be still. It's okay to be you. If you're enjoying this video series, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.